2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we gotta go.
No, just throw it this way, quickly. Give it to her.
We gotta go.
Do whatever you gotta do.
We got no time. You ready?
I want flowers instead of tissue.
Here we go.
All right.
You ready?
We'll get some tomorrow.
And these glasses are doing the fool.
Ready?
Y'all look like y'all warped.
Can we be
Think
ready?
Oh, yeah.
Can we ready? Can we be ready now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Are we all in agreement?
Right.
Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Doom, 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 doom.
What a lovely day. I want to clap. What a lovely day, yeah. What a lovely day, yeah. What a lovely day, yeah. Lovely day, yeah.
Lovely day, yeah.
Aww.
All right. Good morning.
Wow.
I'm
It's
about to say good Monday morning, but it's not Monday.
I feel it.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Y'all
Good
sound
morning,
like y'all
everybody. Houston and
sad.
surrounding continents.
Good morning.
Good morning, good
Good
morning,
morning, good morning.
The Bible says to rise up and pray and do it without any type of hesitancy, but to just do it to resist temptation.
Amen.
Don't resist it. Don't hesitate. Just do it like the Nike symbol.
Yeah, that's good.
Do it daily.
Man,
Amen.
work. Amen.
And so, guess what? This is Rise Up and Pray, everybody. Woo! Good morning. Okay, y'all, we got to do better at that.
no,
Y'all don't
we-
sound joyful
Huh?
for real. That was like a,
Okay, I did talk to Simon last week,
oh.
and we're all gonna put compressors in here because y'all killing it. We're
Oh,
gonna put
We
a
just
compressor
get
in
so
there.
excited.
I know it, and I appreciate that. I love the excitement. I'm just trying to preserve it.
Compressors. What is that?
Compressed signals that are screaming off the board.
that means that we need a
The,
backup.
the
when
red
we
just
get
goes off
excited.
the board, and signal gets distorted. But we're gonna work on that. I had a long conversation with my brother, and
A long conversation?
yeah, and I'll tell you all about it after we get off.
Oh,
Amen.
well, great, because I have lots of questions
Yeah, I
as
know,
well.
it's a good
I don't
question.
think you're going to have any of those answers that I'm looking for.
Okay.
But right now, I want you to. How are we looking? Facebook, is it?
I've done 3.
You think we'll be able to get on?
Yeah.
I just
no.
tried with
Let's do this, everybody. We're already up and live. The hour right now is 13 minutes after. No, it isn't. That was my second hand. Woo! 6 minutes after the top of the hour, I tell you.
Yeah.
6 minutes after the top of the hour. Good morning, Kid 2 Rocks. I'm not sure what the signal is on Instagram, but I can tell you this, everybody. We have Hope Over Hurt Nation right now live on what?
YouTube.
Like.
Comment,
Subscribe, share.
And yes, comment, honey. Comment.
Yes,
Because
yes.
I want to know why we here.
Amen.
What are we doing right now? And I want to know if Instagram signal is working because my social media, all my digital stuff needs prayer.
Yeah.
And I don't know because right now, from what it looks like, that no one is able to get on. But we're about to get Facebook back up. But I really want you to be able to see the full gamut, the full scope, so you can always catch it. And guess what? Post records are possible. So you can always look at what you might have missed.
Amen.
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 Yeah.
What's going on, Keisha? Talk to me.
I'm 6 apps down and still saying it's full.
That was a
So we
lot.
can't go into
We
Facebook.
could, but it would have to be through someone's phone.
All right, let's take it. So it won't allow anything. I'm telling you, y'all. I've been.
Yeah.
There's no picture story. The enemy is a liar.
Yeah. It's been busy. Ever since last Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been worse than that since before then, since Giving Tuesday, when our computer, our whole website went.
Yes, compromised. Absolutely.
Was compromised. So guess what? I need to hear some good news, and I know there's plenty of it. And so, Bishop, we're in the house with a few other people.
Yes.
So I want to firstly say I bid you a good morning, Veronica Brooklyn Manji.
Good morning.
Veronica.
I bid you a good. Well, I don't know, who are you today?
Yeah, you look like.
Oh, I don't have a hat yet, but I'm Merlene because we got to talk about something later.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, she done told the truth.
So
now.
Merlene is in the house.
Merlene, mother's
I got
here.
y'all don't know the stories behind the stories. Mother Merlene is in the house, and also Brother Ed.
Yeah.
Good morning, good
The
morning.
other half of
Brothers.
the.
I love it when you got little,
E&E.
you know, we're not a little guy. He's not a little guy, but when he's in the house, man,
Got a
you
little-
could be anywhere at this hour. You do so much. Thanks for being here with us this morning.
Thank you for having me. I love being here.
Oh, did your mama? Hold on. We're gonna act like nobody listening.
Okay.
Did your mama think we were strange?
Not at all.
Well, wait a minute. She had a normal day. She
Oh,
had
your
Pastor
mother was
Jones.
here.
Oh yeah, he
So
was.
she had a normal.
Yeah.
That was a pretty normal, straightforward,
She
good
did.
old preach sermon.
She did.
Okay, so she didn't get the truth of how we really get
She
down.
didn't get off the chain. But I send her the lives in the morning, so she gets to see 8100 in the morning on the radio show.
Oh,
and all that.
yay.
So,
Your mother knows 8100?
my mother knows
That's
8100
scary.
Yeah,
very well.
That's
But I was
scary.
talking about
feel
Sunday
about that?
service. She didn't run from us because she wasn't in here for that kind of stuff. I'm so glad she came on a normal day.
Yeah, well, she
Kind of
knows-
normal.
She know the spur. She ain't too new to the spur, so when they start moving, it don't scare
She
her.
okay
Not
with
the
it.
spur.
Yeah, the
That's
spur.
good.
Okay.
The
Bird.
spur.
Well, if you're trying to get on Facebook, honey, we don't know what's going on, but
trying to get y'all on.
it's okay. So guess what? We also have Bishop Bernadette in the house. Bishop.
Yes. Yes. Really? Do we have to do that?
Bernadette.
See, you see what you started?
Well, you don't have to even. I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
do
you didn't
this.
have to do it.
I
You
just turned
just
and
started
smiled.
it. Yeah.
But wait, Maji got this whole shoulder.
Yeah, she got a
movement.
shoulder movement going on.
Yeah,
I love it.
There's full choreography that goes with your theme song.
I think it could.
It
I think
reminds
it
me of
could.
like
I
the
feel so
last
special. I feel
part
so
of the song
special.
reminds me of like when you drink Pepsi and you're like,
Yeah.
I get so excited
Oh,
about
hold
that.
on.
Oh my
We
goodness.
just added that. Hold on. Then let's do it, Bishop Bernadette.
Yes.
Y'all are special.
I love it.
Y'all are special.
Bishop, I'm gonna tell you what.
Yes.
You are vibing today.
I'm vibing today. I am.
You are vibing, and I don't know if God showed you what He said He was gonna show you in Florida.
I saw something.
I saw too with that little video you posted with her 4-star hotel with that view and that pool and that
I didn't even
beach.
see that. I didn't even get to see that.
It was gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, I didn't get to see that. Oh, so pitiful to try. But what I think I did see was the vibe ride.
Yeah.
Tell us
Yes.
about
I saw that too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, the Vibe Ride is incredible. What we've done is we've launched a brand new rideshare company down in Florida, in the state of Florida first.
Ride share. I'm gonna make it real slow for those who do not know what you're talking about.
Okay.
So if you have an Uber, sex trafficking model.
Oh, my.
If you have Lyft, they've been doing dangerous things.
Yeah,
There's this thing called Vibe Ride
correct.
that is synonymous to like an Uber and a Lyft, but I'm sure there's some distinct qualities. Firstly, they're wrapped real cute.
Yeah, that was a
Yes.
Tesla. That was a promo just for the weekend, and there's some other benefits to that as
Oh.
well. Mr. Bugs is really laying it out for us. But Vibe Ride is a brand new rideshare company.
But wait, pause. Did you say that y'all had a Tesla as the promo vehicle for the weekend?
Yes.
So it was wrapped
Yes.
for the weekend.
Yes.
A Tesla.
A Tesla,
Yes.
right.
I'll wait.
Yes.
So you got to ride around with this. This is the new business venture happening in it. And did it start in Florida? Like, is that where the business officially launched in the Vibe Ride in Florida?
Yes, yeah, that's the first state we're launching.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Is the state of Florida. We have to do it state by state because when you're building this thing, you have to
test it out.
yeah, you have to test it out. Not only that, but you have to go through the bugs, work out the kinks and things. And so we don't want to do a massive launch and there's so many bugs. Like for instance, our app is out there now,
Right.
On the Apple platform, but it's not on the Android platform for the drivers to sign up.
Right.
Because we can't have customers before the drivers.
Okay.
So we have to create the drivers' things and
App.
all that. So that's all done. But it's more to it than that. The mere fact that there's so much money in the comp plan for our drivers. We have it built whereas our drivers, like say for instance, if Ed was a driver, for Uber, whatever, and I said, hey, Ed, I've got a brand new opportunity for you. You can make multiple streams of income just by driving for a Vibe Ride. He would sign up under me as just for free as a driver. And then I would earn residual income on Ed when he has customers and when he gets paid. So there's compensation plan there. But Ed could also build a fleet of drivers. In other words, there are people that can build up under Ed.
Like an empire.
Yes, and when he does that, he can build that as many levels as he wants, but then he can earn residual income on his drivers as well as their customers. But here's the blessing of it all: the way the technology is designed is that the customers are assigned to the person that actually puts them in the system. So say for instance, I have 10 customers that's assigned to Latanya, and if my customer's over in the UK riding with another Vibe Ride driver, I still get paid.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Not that I get paid. So there's compensation built throughout the entire business model that pays residual income on top of residual income.
But you can also get paid per drive, I'm assuming.
Absolutely, that's based on your own efforts.
That's
But we're
awesome.
trying to build it whereas we can leverage so more people can get paid because as I was talking to Uber drivers and Lyft drivers while I was in Florida, they were complaining that they weren't getting paid their full fair share, that they had been cut back. The money's been cut back, and Uber's dropped the way that how much they're paying back
Right.
out to their drivers. So there's some unhappy drivers out there,
Right.
and so we're trying to level that playing field and make it better for everybody. And so there's much more to this, but that's in a short overview of what's taking place. So the next place we're launching is here in Texas in February.
Ooh. I'm signing up.
Oh man! Wait,
I'm
in
signing
Houston
up.
or just all Texas?
All Texas.
I'm signing up.
Oh man!
Yes.
Are the cars going to be wrapped?
No, no, no. The car. That's a promo. That was a promo for the weekend.
Okay.
What he's doing, he's allowing. He's going to build it to where he's going to take it to the colleges, and the college students that actually sign up the most people will actually get a free car from iBoomerang. That will have that. So that's what he's trying to do: get the kids paid. And this is the technology world right now, so the kids are more in tune to the technology. They
Wow,
manage this better.
man.
Yeah.
So he's very sharp at what he's doing. He's very sharp.
awesome.
He's on top
Wow.
of it. And so we're going to march across the United States. So they're setting up the states that they're about to hit. But Florida, we launched Florida because that's where Mr. Bugs is from. And it was just an incredible weekend. This is just one vertical, like I said, in iBoomerang. The second vertical is coming out in the first quarter of 2020. Where
You're
we're-
speaking tech language, sis.
the next business within the actual business of iBoomerang, which is the PRIB. We have what we call a PRIB. That is the house where we have all these businesses that will be deposited into iBoomerang. Will be launched 2020. It's our Boom Mobile, which is our mobile service business.
Right.
And people
So let
will-
me break this down in other language.
Okay.
Hey, big things are happening in a company called iBoomerang. You can do things like join like an Uber type company. You can also join a company, that
Yeah.
handles travel. You can also
Yes.
do a company that has mobile service. So
Yeah.
all of that you can get paid on. But what's really cool is that we want to see healthy competition and healthy transition from those. If you listen, I'm just putting my plug in. If Uber is going to keep housing people who are pimping girls and using their cars to drive folks around, and no one is monitoring that, okay? And if we're going to keep allowing that, and we're going to not really vet the driver because we're about the coin,
Oh, yeah, and that's
then I really am not here to talk about Uber because I'm not trying to hurt nobody.
Yeah.
Y'all think I'm kidding on that? Hurt nobody.
Yeah.
I mean that.
Yeah.
So right now I'm looking for companies that are going to do things with integrity,
Right.
and not get so beyond themselves that they don't watch that. Listen,
Right.
true story. Years ago, before Uber was really a thing, I was in a cab coming from a speaking engagement trying to make it to my son's prom. And I won't be long. When I was trying to make it to his prom, that day I was trying to catch a flight. Coming from a speaking engagement, I was in a campsite with a former NFL player at the time, and we were working with youth. Very public event. Didn't matter to the cab driver. He told me what he was going to do with me 6 ways to Sunday. How he was going to take advantage. He said he was raped. This is what he wanted to do. I'm on the highway with this guy. Only God got me all the way from the campsite to the hotel, to the airport, because I had to talk my way and pray my way through his head.
Right.
For him to drop me off, only for then I to make a complaint. To this day, they said and did nothing about it. They say he lost his job. There was no proof. There was no letter of apology.
Yeah.
Why? Because transportation is a massive movement
Massive
in our globe.
Wow. Yeah.
So we're gonna just say that's just par for the course. But no, not when you see this many drivers
Right.
that are able to make money.
Right.
There's a commerce possibility here,
Right.
but also those who are consumers.
Right.
So if one feels like they can and the other doesn't feel protected, we need a company that will leverage that.
Let me tell you something. There's this thing called Girl Power, and Mr. Bugs, this is a part of the software. If it's a woman leaving a club late at night and she needs a ride, she can hit Girl Power on the app, and it will just bring a female driver
Oh, that's good.
to her.
Oh my God, I love it.
It's all about security.
Right.
It's all about security. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's a good start.
Yes.
Because I have, unfortunately, that's a really good start. Let me just say, I love the idea. Because chances are that'll limit
And make
what
you
could
feel
happen.
safe.
However,
Right.
we have a lot of our females that
They're
are also
part of it.
pimping the girls.
No,
and
I feel
boys.
you. I feel you. Yeah, but the level of security that he's put in place is just not your normal inspection. It's just not your normal things that Uber has to go through, Lyft has to go through. They have their own criteria that's in place that they have to pass. And so they see what's taking place in the industry.
Right.
And their goal is to make sure that they're not a part of that.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
And they put a lot of things in place. I mean, like I said, I can't share it all because I can't remember it all, but it was so much shared.
I think it's vibe.
Yeah. It's yeah.
I mean, I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I love integrity and
Yeah.
praying for all of it to work out. So,
Yeah.
let Mr. Bugs and all of them know that I'm clearly giving shout outs right here.
Amen.
Right?
Yeah, Mr.
Because I
Haynes and
believe
whole
in my sister and I
Amen.
believe
Woo.
in all good business. Amen.
Amen.
When we come back, more with Rise Up and Pray. I'm Wendy J. Turner here with the Hope Over Her Family. Love is
Our
arsenal.
Don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, we're on this great break. Excuse us. Hey, good morning.
Catch the music. Download the app if you have Android.
Oh, the app. Wait, yes.
Yes.
So we haven't gotten Google yet.
I know.
So we can download the Android app. So if you have Android, If you do, bless your hearts, because it's tough. I mean, I have Android too.
It
My
works
other
for
phone
me.
is an Android, but
Love it.
I just, my brain doesn't operate.
They could
But
actually
you
go
can
to-
actually get the HOH app.
They could go to Linktree on our new HOA 77.7 app
Yay.
and actually see YouTube.
Whoa.
They can see the YouTube on our app.
So, if you're Android, get the app. Android right now. Google, we're waiting on their approval.
Apple, we're waiting on their approval.
Apple.
Yeah.
My bad, yo.
It's all good.
So go get, if you have an Android phone, you can download HOH 77.7 app. From there, you can look at YouTube and everything else. Hold on, here she comes. Let me wait.
New shoes for my birthday.
Okay, good.
Birthday shit. When your birthday?
Okay. 1 minute.
I just finally spent the gift card that I got for my birthday.
I was gonna say your birthday. His birthday.
No,
is
I
next.
showed her the shoes I finally got for my birthday.
You got a
I
gift
got the
card.
gift card in May for my birthday, but I just finally bought them.
Okay, so here's what I'm.
You know, we had to have a conversation with CJ because he, for a while we had to Uber him to school.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm just not completely comfortable. I'm like, well, what's going on? Like, well, some of the conversations the drivers are having with
It
me,
ain't
it's just,
right.
Oh, I had a
Nah.
guy that was driving us back to the airport, and he was talking about sex.
Yeah.
The whole time, all the way back. So
Latanya,
on my
I'm not
report,
here
I have Uber. You know, you can call me. I'll drive to you.
no, this was in Vegas.
In Vegas.
Yeah.
I didn't know
in
you was driving
Houston,
Uber.
I do Uber. I do DoorDash when I feel like it.
Okay, good.
So you really still an Uber?
So I need to
No,
sign
I
you up
haven't
as
been
a
doing it, but
driver.
I could if I want to.
I can sign you up as a driver now,
Yeah.
and when we're ready. Absolutely.
Okay, so this is what
15
a
seconds.
birthday
Oh, Lord.
She's coming in with the yellow, y'all. She's coming with the yellow.
Good morning, each of you joining in. Let me go ahead and get this in.
All right.
Hold on.
7
Misty Scott,
seconds.
Essex Branch, Nifa Stain, Kayla Johnson.
5
so glad you're
seconds.
singing it.
3,
is
2,
that?
What?
and 1.
Was that intentional?
I didn't get very much in. And we are back, honey. The app is
Yes.
fire. I love it.
Amen.
Thanks. Are you app, Shanna?
Are you an Android?
I mean, that's what I
She
meant.
is an Android.
You're an
Yeah,
Android.
yeah.
Wow, she said the app is fire. That's what's up. That's
Good.
what's up. Oh, man.
Thank you, Shannon.
Yeah, this is Rise Up and Pray, and we are here, HOH 77.7. It's already in you. Amen. You can join us normally weekdays around 6 a.m. And I just want to hear from you for real, y'all. We know this is a digital world. And we have to, some of us, we miss the engagement of human interaction, but also a lot of our family members are far away. For that, we say thank you. You could be anywhere else at this hour, but you choose to be here. I also want to give a shout out to the rest of those people. Hold on. Kayla, Stephanie, Christopher, Stanley, Sansira, John Bishop, Jenny Beam, Shanna, yay! Pop Darby, I don't know if he's still on. Family Man, oh, Sander Stastic Performance, that's tough. Conscious Day, Kid Two Rocks, and all of you, good morning. It doesn't ever look like it's that many people, but those are people. But also, you can catch us on YouTube. Is anybody monitoring the comments on YouTube?
Yeah, I am, but I don't see any comments as of right now.
Okay, that's cool.
People still waking up.
That's right. They're still waking up, and I mean, we were off because it was a vibe kind of weekend. So shout out to business builders. I'm calling it a vibe weekend. It's meant to go get your
Appreciate it.
coin and figure it out.
Yes, it was. Thank you so kindly.
So listen, I want to give a shout out to Tracy Lynn Jewelry. One of their independent sales consultants blessed me with this necklace.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
beautiful.
noticed
Amen.
it.
Shout out to Kenya Hicks.
That's
This
beautiful.
says hope. Amen.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
She gave it to me a few months ago, and I got to wear it, and I absolutely love it. And this is courtesy of her just blessing me with hope. Amen. And so,
Amen.
shout out. This is a beautiful piece. And Tracy Lynn Jewelry, find your person in your area. This is Kenya Hicks. You can find her online, I'm sure. But beautiful pieces with Tracy Lynn.
Amen.
Amen. And I love it when I get these great pieces that I get to shout out and wear and
beautiful.
and all that fun stuff. But
Hey, can we talk a little bit about Thursday?
what's Thursday?
Bishop Becker's mom.
Oh, and this
Oh.
Miss
Oh,
Esther.
goodness.
But that was a Thursday?
That was Thursday.
That was Thursday.
I
And
thought
I-
that was Wednesday.
No,
Honey, Miss Esther.
but let me tell you, she blessed me. I've told her story the whole weekend,
Right, me too.
Yeah.
the entire weekend.
Hey.
And the reason why it's been such a blessing because some of the people that are in my business
on.
are elderly people.
That's
You
right.
know, they're up in their
Okay.
60s and what have you.
Vintage.
And I would, yeah, they're vintage, yeah. And I was able to encourage some people that when you're in this journey, in this walk, and you don't see the end, and as you go through it,
Come on.
and you get you get dismayed. You get
Yeah.
And so the young lady that was staying with me in the room was saying, she said thank you. This what exactly what she needed to hear.
Yeah.
Was the mere fact that someone stayed the course for 7 years against opposition. Not 7 years and it was okay.
Right.
7 years against opposition. And when she came out of that, she was 3 businesses stronger
You
than what
noticed
she
the numbers,
started
right?
with.
You notice the numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. 7 years
Completion,
completion. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like, that's
Absolutely, 7 years of
crazy.
completion. So yeah, I just wanted to just give a shout out to Miss Esther and Bishop
Yes.
Becca because they blessed us mightily, and they were blessed as they were here.
Yeah.
Everything that happened for a reason, and I had to do a posting on it because it did not start the way that things normally started, and I had to get myself out of the way because
Right.
I was distracted by things that the enemy was trying to throw at me to make me miss my blessing, and I refused to allow that. I had to really say, "Tanya, snap out of it."
Yes.
And
Yeah.
get
Yes, we all
into
do.
get
Yeah.
into the
Blessing.
room of the blessing because
Yeah.
I was going to miss what God had in store. And because I was able to snap myself out of it, I received such an enormous blessing from her testimony.
Yeah.
A full hour of just her sharing her
Yeah.
story was so real. And so it
Yes.
didn't just bless me, but it's blessed a lot more people.
Yes, it
You
has.
can't get that anywhere else.
No, you can't.
And
this-
that's exactly why
yeah.
they're trying to figure
Fig-
this out.
yeah.
You can't just act that out or pull
No,
that
no,
out.
that was
Right.
real
You can't
real
script
talk.
that.
You can't.
Mm-mm.
And so all that trying to figure it out, no.
No.
Right.
Because
right.
that is what
It's
makes it
authentic.
what it
That was
is.
authentic.
Is
That was of
amazing.
God.
That is
I
of
love
And
God
the
from
the
heart,
spirit was
yeah.
so strong in here on
was.
Thursday. It was just beautiful.
It was so
And it was
beautiful.
necessary
Yeah.
the way it happened, the way it transpired. A lot of things happened that we don't even understand, that people don't even see.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the things that just broke down.
It went on 2.5 hours after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And the monitors, you know, my computer just shut down 2 minutes before the show started.
Right.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh yeah, you're gonna be like that. And that's
Yeah.
what started messing
Oh,
with me. Yeah.
yeah.
All things started happening. But that's okay. God still gets the glory.
It's always. I was thinking about that when I was in Dallas for Thanksgiving. We went to Oklahoma City to like one of the largest casinos,
Okay.
and in my mind, I went there obviously excited because my cousin, I'm with my cousin, whatever. But all I kept thinking was, this is a lot of people. What's going on here? I just I kept seeing beyond what you see in front of you. I just kept thinking, all right,
Always.
is there people here? Sex trafficking is you know, like my mind was like that the whole time that I was there because there was just so many people that you get distracted by everything you see that you're not really seeing what's going on.
True. Yeah.
So when you said that, I'm like, well, that was that moment where it's like, all right, is this just happening because this is technology or is there a bigger picture?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah.
man, that day was amazing.
Bigger picture.
Bigger
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah,
Bigger picture.
Bigger picture.
You know, two things when I hear what you're saying here. The attacks that came with it are real. Let me say this very slowly for those watching on YouTube or listening in digitally or on any platform. When our platforms go down, believe that something is happening pretty miraculous in the atmosphere.
Right.
Either something that you're missing because technology can control that right now, or there's an attack. Either way, there's a reason around HOH. When you see us struggling, like Sunday's Facebook just shut down, we couldn't find a live button. We couldn't even find the option to go live again. Why would that happen? Just don't think just know every time something usually miraculous is happening right then. So just pray for us.
Yes.
If you see it happening,
Yeah.
start saying, you know what, if they're having some stuff happen, it's not because they don't have their stuff together. It's something going on that is attempting to rivet what we have going on.
Right.
Either an attack or something very miraculous, and it can't be seen.
Trying to work.
Remember,
But pray
folks,
for
we
us.
wrestle not against flesh and
blood.
blood.
Say that
Remember
again?
We
Yeah.
wrestle not against flesh and
blood.
blood. Remember that. It's
Yeah.
not a game. That spiritual realm has forces that are operating. So
Yeah.
Tell it,
At
Ed.
all
we
times.
need your prayer support when things are not going right.
Absolutely.
Never
That's-
forget about the power of prayer. You know, so many times, I hear folks complaining about praise and worship or complaining about the service and what they went to. Like, how often do you sit in the pews and actually pray for your minister if you're not feeling the message or you feel like the spirit's not operating? Like, because
Right.
your pastors are people too.
Yeah.
Right.
They
Absolutely.
need your prayer.
Yeah.
They got hell at home sometimes just like you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. They-
Disrespectful kids and crazy spouse, all that stuff happens in
Come on.
every
Yeah,
household.
they need,
so
they
yeah,
need covering. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Don't
need
don't play that spirit will start attacking you. If the spirit realm knows that there's a good message coming forth, it will do
absolutely.
way more than just shut down
And that
Facebook.
prayer is basically the boat that carries it and delivers
There you
to
go.
where it
There
needs
you
to
go.
go.
So yes,
So,
please
you
please
know.
don't forget your prayers work. I don't
Yeah.
care if you see us on social media.
Yeah.
Prayers don't even have to work at time. Keep in mind that God operates outside of time. So if you
Right,
see us
sure.
on a live after the fact and you see a problem, still pray.
Yeah.
You do not know how
Yeah.
your prayer operates.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Now,
Absolutely.
what he's saying is super duper duper important because we need it.
Yeah.
We need it in so many ways, and because we're such a digital presence, it's
True.
very it's how can I
Even
put it?
more.
It's even more for sure, but then it's
Right.
also, if people are looking at face value, they don't see.
Right.
We come in our little space and it just doesn't look like it's making this impact.
Right.
But the stories every day we get.
Right.
If
Or
only
the
we
things
had
you're,
that.
the things you're not broadcasting, we can't make it up.
Yes.
Just the photos just from Sunday,
Yes.
the bench that's being
Oh, I'm so
erected,
excited about that.
you know, or
Yeah.
all of the cards that were
Yeah.
written, you know, for all of
Yeah.
this, the victims that we're also going to be supporting.
Yeah.
It was so much. So with that said, they're saying the app
just
is showing up black and white. But wait.
Oh, they're probably thinking of the Hope Overheard
Yeah,
app
I
and
just
not
asked
the
if it was
HOH
the
77.7.
So let's get this one clear. If you're looking at, hey, that's Brother Ed, if y'all see him right now, wave at the screens, Ed. There you
Good
go.
morning,
It's
good
Brother
morning,
Ed
good morning.
Methods.
How we doing?
But if you're looking at the app and it's HOH's radio app, it's not yet fully available on iTunes.
Yes.
It's the Android app, but it's HOH 77.7.
Yeah.
It's in color. Our Hope Overheard app is still black and white.
Right.
And when you search it, there's no spaces, so
You
it's
gotta keep
straight
everything
HOH
together.
77.7. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, Brother Ed, I believe you had something on your heart for brothers or whomever is listening today, and I would love to hear from you.
Well, good. I'd love to speak. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
So-
Hold on, let me just hit a bell.
Okay.
Okay.
That's for your wife.
try
Right, right,
That's for your
right,
wife right there. She-
8100.
8100. Represent.
She don't claim you at 8100.
Represent.
L claims you. 8100 says
Yeah.
that man.
That's because 8100 ain't allowed in the house.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
Yeah, 8100 got checked in the beginning.
Yeah, that's
so
what I heard.
8100
That's
only
what-
gets to come out at the radio station.
I love it.
No,
So
no.
she get checked at home.
She get checked, 8100 get checked at home. L has free reign.
Yeah.
8100 can't do too much in my house. No, I came in today because, you know, people watch the radio show and they may watch the lives, and I don't know if y'all understand, we have a very strong men's ministry and a men's presence.
Come on
So
now.
Man.
Come on now.
I came in to represent, you know, y'all don't often see us because most of the men in this particular service are providers.
Yeah.
So oftentimes we are, you know, at work or doing whatever we're supposed to do as men. But
Sure.
no, know that, you know, for all the brothers out there who actually need a place to fellowship and to minister, you know, and we want you to come, especially if you don't have it together.
Right.
Don't think that you got to have the family or know the Lord and none of that. We talking about brothers coming together to support one another and help us to be who we need to be holistically.
Come on now.
Because you're more than a husband. You're more than a father. You're more than a provider. You're more than a son. You know, you are a man, and you need to understand what that means for you to be
Yes.
a man.
Come on. Wait,
Yes.
hold on.
And,
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
beyond just what you do, but how you feel. Now, keep in mind that I'm talking about having a real men's ministry. You know,
Yes.
I've been to churches where, you know, you have the men in the church and they fall down and fall apart quicker than the women do. And don't get me wrong, men have feelings. We have emotions, and you need to be able to express those
Amen.
emotions, but at the end of the day, you also have a job to get up and go and do. And so I want to teach men how to be even. And yes, you need to deal with how you feel. Because keep in mind, any feelings you ain't dealing with are dealing with you.
That's good. Yeah.
Come on.
And you cannot afford to be a man of Christ and operating not being aware of what's going on with you. It's just not
Hello.
wise. So you have to operate on that standpoint, but then you also have to be the provider. You have to be that man of the household. You have to be that solid force. And so there's a way, you know, spiritually to do that. There's a way to encourage. You know, so many men walking around who are going through hell, but, you know, we keep such a tough front. You know, hey, bro, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
House going crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Wife unhappy, kids
Yeah.
unruly. You know what I'm saying? Finances ain't together. You know, you don't know whether you coming to going. All you know is that you got to get up tomorrow and go to work.
Well,
And but thing is, that's how we solve problems. We wonder why everything's going crazy, and we're like, I'm going to work, forgetting that there's all these other areas that we got to operate in.
come on
You
now.
know, it's funny, you for all the fellas out there, and I know y'all have done this before. You ever talk to your woman, you look over and say, you know, baby, what's wrong? Nothing, I'm fine.
Hold on. Thanks.
And you can look at her and know that something's wrong. Okay, so
All over her face.
So let's flip the script though. Let's flip the script because we know we see that now. We deal
Fellas,
with
call it.
we deal with them women and them six senses that they have and that discernment that so many of them blessed with. How often are they asking us what's going on? It's like, oh nah, baby, I'm fine, bro. They see what's going on with you. They see what's going on with you more than you do. Because
see it.
unfortunately for us, we never got taught that we even had feelings, let alone that they deal with it. So you got your woman over there wondering, baby, what's wrong?
Yeah.
I'm like, baby, I'm fine. Why you keep asking me?
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, y'all not communicating. It's all because, bro, you were never taught to have feelings. You know, unfortunately, as men in this society, all we're ever allowed to be is angry or horny,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh, he
Right,
said
but
it.
but
That's
but,
real talk, though.
But men are never allowed to come in and say, you know what, bro, I'm just scared, or I'm just feeling so insecure,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
I'm just not confident
Or
about what I need to do,
overwhelmed.
or I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
if you can't ever come to a place and be real and say that, then how can you ever properly get the help and get healthy the
How can
way
you
you
move
need to
from
be?
it?
Yeah, you know,
That's right.
we a hospital, you know what I'm saying? But you can't get nothing if you don't just simply know how to say help. But so often we're taught that we got to be okay, and from time to time, fellas, we got to take the ass off our chest and understand. Look, I'm weak in this.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know, we have real dude talk. Like, how do I become a better faithful steward over my time?
Yeah.
How do I make sure that I'm keeping my eyes focused on the right thing so that I'm faithful to my woman when I'm with her and when I'm not? I need to be faithful to her when I pick up my phone, when I turn on my laptop, or when I'm talking to the lady in the cubicle next to me at work.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'm talking about being a true man of God and holding myself accountable to his expectations and being 100 about when I'm getting it wrong and how weak and whack I can be.
Yeah.
You know, like,
We getting whack.
Confess your
Yes.
sins.
weak and whack.
We can whack.
Keep in mind, that's the Lord described as filthy dish rags. So, you know, we are nothing but filthy rags at best.
Yes, yes.
So how come we ain't acting like we got problems?
Wow.
We walking around acting like we got it all together. And you know, so many of us look behind us, and y'all know for a fact you got a string of brokenness behind you, trying to fix what's missing. You can't drink it away, you can't smoke it away, you can't sex it away. And when you look behind you, you see all these victims of the things you've done. You've seen the
Wow.
family that supported your drug addiction. You've seen the
My
women
fault.
that you've ran through that are hurt.
Yeah.
You see the children that you ain't present for
Come
because
on.
you don't know how to step up and be a man of God.
That's it.
And today I'm trying to tell you, brother, that ain't nobody here to judge you, but we are here to help you.
Yeah.
Amen.
You ain't got to be who you were to yesterday, tomorrow.
Yeah.
And if you want to come to a place to start hearing some real men talk about how to be real men of God, step up and be the men you need to be in your life spiritually, financially, and emotionally,
Support
then
system.
please come and meet
Yeah.
us. Monday evening, 9894 Bissonnette at 7 p.m.
9894.
Suite 180. Suite 180.
Yeah.
Come on in.
It's sweet.
It's
Jackie Gore's over here like this.
Yeah, yeah,
Jackie
it's-
Gore
Wait
like
a minute.
that.
You don't understand right now. Wait. I can't say much because you didn't. Forgive me.
Good talk.
How do they reach you on social media in case they want to email to find out how to get
Oh, yeah, we
there?
do the
Or,
events.
Brother Ed, is there a way they can Facebook find you, Instagram? So if they're interested, they can get that door opened at that
Yeah.
hour, you know.
We do
Yeah,
that.
I don't know any of my Facebook or Instagram
Send
because
your
my
wife.
wife sets all that stuff up. You can read Facebook Ed Mathis. Definitely reach out to me there.
Ed Mathis.
Ed Mathis on Facebook.
One
you
T.
go.
One T.
One T, ED space METHIS, or math is if you can't remember that.
Yes, that's
Five
right.
8100.
You can DM me, add a friend request. I'll accept anybody, and you know, for any brothers who just need. I mean, we got brothers calling in from out of town who just need marriage advice, brother. So if you cannot make it to the place, reach out to us somehow, and we will get the help to you. Not only are we here to support one another, but we're here to support our community. So if you want to be part of men who are doing mission work and actually really trying to affect the community in a positive way, then please come through.
Amen.
If you ain't got your stuff together and you're raggedy and you know you need to get it together, then come holler at us.
Yeah.
If you just need to hear a good word and need the support of brothers that ain't gonna lead you astray, then come in and see us. At the end of the day, if you have need and you are a brother, please come and see us, bro. There's no reason why you can't find a good, positive place to fellowship.
That's good.
And I don't care what you see in most of these contemporary churches, the man is the head of the household. It's time for us to step up and be the men we need to be. I'm so tired of our women outworking us in this word and forgetting
Hello.
that we are the head of the household.
I'm trying not to throw nothing else. I can't
You're
throw
about to throw the
nothing.
mic.
It's real talk.
And I want y'all to understand what head of the household means. Now, let's take this scripturally. He who was greatest among you is who?
Least.
Exactly.
least.
He who is greatest among you is least. He who is greatest among you is your servant. So that means that as the head of the household, it is my job to serve each and every member of my family and lead them in a way that is good for them.
Amen.
So you don't get to sit in your house on the throne and act like you can bark orders at the people, especially if you're not making the change.
That's right.
If I come home and I don't like the way my house looks, guess what? I clean my house because I set the standard because I am the head of the household. I lead my family.
By
I'm the
example.
first one to get up in the morning and say, you know what, this house don't look good. Let me go ahead and start some laundry. Let me go ahead and clean my house. And you know what happens the next day when I come home? My family is doing the same thing. Like, you know what, y'all, we're spending too much money on fast food, so I'm going to start making sure we have lunch tomorrow. I'm going to cook dinner. I'm going to do that. Now, guess what? My wife takes that over. My son takes that over. But when you lead your home in love and with purpose and know that no job is beneath you, then guess what? You ain't got to yell at your family all the time. They love your example. Your family is waiting for you to lead them. But if you don't have the tools, brother, then how can you lead them? Come and get them tools. Because we ain't all got it, but between all of us, we going to get it.
Together. Get it together.
I don't wait. You know what? Wait, somebody. She said, "Where do I leave my offering?" Talk, sir.
Oh, HOH.
That's
Hope over
what
her.
HOH.
Yeah.
But
Drop
this
it on
is
the
what
app.
it's all about, and
Yes.
he's so right.
It is true.
You
though.
know what? And let me tell you something. I told y'all the testimonies are here, but I'm glad you're telling it.
Yeah.
When I heard my dad call and say my car may not make it, can y'all come get me?
Aw.
Yeah.
And I remember that he just wasn't even knowing it was even that important that he be here.
Oh, yeah.
And now he sees the importance. That's a testimony that's forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 78-year-old
Yeah.
life.
Oh,
Yes.
love him to life.
That is
And coming in there and giving us wisdom, we can't wait to hear Pops talk.
right.
Yeah, because he spit, we all turn our head like, okay, yeah, I never even thought about that. Like Pops be ringing it.
See? And that's important.
Yeah.
But that's how the ages are, anywhere from teens to 78.
Yeah,
Are in
yeah.
a room together.
Yeah.
And one I tried to say I was gonna come and work on my computer yesterday because I didn't feel well. I said, I'm gonna come work. He said, what? I said, I'm just going in the office. I'm just being that wide. He said, huh? And ran. He didn't say bye. I said, okay. I just kind of giggled. I said, okay, I guess I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
You know, even though I really wouldn't have snuck in, that is their time with no females in the building.
That's so
Yeah.
cute.
It is no female allowed in the building.
Yeah, we had to hurry and get out one night too. when We
Yeah.
were working in here.
So it's truly a place for the brothers. And I love, when I say love it, I am so grateful.
Yeah, so are we.
I think that's important to have that safe space where people can really be transparent because people these days, especially in these churches,
Yeah.
they don't have that. They can't be that transparent. And if you can, it's only to a certain extent.
Right.
So to have a place where you can really just fully undo yourself
Yeah,
and share that is where healing begins.
yeah.
That is where healing begins.
Yes, it is.
That is so true. I know that we haven't taken a break, sis, but this is so important what he's talking about. Men, if you're listening in or you're watching post record, that was Ed Mathis. Look him up on Facebook, Ed Space Mathis.
Mathis.
Another guy that's coming, I don't know if they told you, Apostle from Kansas City, literally. Brother Jones said he wanted to assign him over here for a while.
Okay.
And he is a ministry leader at Cullen, and he is from Kansas City.
Oh, excellent.
And when you see him, you'll go, wait, what? Y'all might really have known each other because he worked in churches there. So just Kansas
Possibly.
City is representing and had a big
Right.
meeting. And also with you all in mind, Dr. Muhammad is determined to get there.
I heard.
You
I
know?
heard, and
good.
I'm
Yeah.
down to ride.
Right?
Absolutely, yes.
So we just know it all is
Amen.
a
Yeah.
soul. Tanya, do we have to take that break?
We can, or we just go like for the next 4 minutes, then take a break.
Great, because I'm looking at something that bothers me. It's a lemon that looks
Is
like
that the
it's
yellow
rotten.
hat down there?
You know what? I'm a little full. Okay.
That's a solid Old Testament
That
front
sound-
pew hat.
Yes, it is.
Mother Merlene is here in the house.
Is-
Mother
yes.
Merlene?
Bless
It's
her
Mother
heart.
Merlene. Please tell me it's clean.
Mother Merlin.
Mother Merlene.
Please.
Because Mother Merlene, I'm nervous. It's been a while.
Well, not so. I know, you know, I got to
Okay, everybody.
come back with a bang.
Just drum roll. I can't
coming
wait for
back
our
with a
sound effects.
bang.
Hold on, wait. Because we ain't going no commercials. Nobody commercials, nobody music. Merlene?
Oh my God. She said,
Merlene, go ahead. Tell us what's going on.
Okay, so
Jesus,
Sunday night,
she's matching the blocks. She is.
Lizzo, you know, because y'all like the hip hop music.
Lizzo.
Lizzo, the rapper, singer, songwriter from Houston.
Yes, she lived in A-Leaf and she played the flute.
There you go.
Shut
Okay.
up.
She went to the LA Lakers basketball game. And if you see her coming towards you, she looked real cute. She had on like a little sweater dress, and it was, you know, it was real cute.
Okay.
And then, but the back of the dress had a cutout on it, and her
Tanya.
entire behind
Oh.
was out.
Oh my God!
Flexing.
When was this?
So this was Sunday night.
That's
Sunday night.
That's the
So-
Prince-inspired NBA collection.
Right.
Yeah.
So then during
At
the
Macy's, you want to go to Macy's for that.
during halftime, the LA Laker girls danced to one of her songs.
My Lord.
So of course she started dancing along. They put on a jumbotron.
Oh my
and
God.
then
Oh
she
no.
turned around and
Oh,
her
no.
whole butt was on the jumbotron.
Oh no.
And people were complaining. They're like, I brought my
Jesus,
kids to
Marlene.
this game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not.
And I just want to know
That's who.
when
What was she
is-
thinking? When is there some
And then
police for
some of
this?
the comments
Isn't there
were-
fashion police somewhere?
But look, some of the comments were like, "Well, y'all are just mad because she won't let y'all police her body." No, there's a time and a place
People
for
will always
everything.
use that excuse
Yes,
as loving
it's-
your
it's-
skin and being comfortable in your body to expose
mean,
yourself
come
inappropriately.
on.
Yeah.
That's not that.
Like, what does self-love have to do with exposition?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
You
bad.
can love yourself
yeah, she's an
anyway.
exhibitionist in that case.
Yeah, like-
Reba just said that what she had on was unacceptable to all sisters.
Right.
Yes,
And I
that's such a
agree.
bad
And,
example.
and ain't that a public place? Like, ain't them public
Exactly.
seats?
Where was
Like-
the
Right, that's
Yeah,
what
that's-
somebody else said. They were like, "Okay, would you let one of your friends come in your house and sit on your couch in a thong?"
She
No.
don't got
No.
friends if they
I
let her
wouldn't
go
want
out
to sit
like that.
down like without some antiseptic wipes or
I don't
something.
wanna
Like,
sit
I
in
don't
that
know
seat
who was on
with
that seat
Jack's
before
skin
you.
on it, you know what I'm
You
saying?
got raw booty on that seat. That's not healthy. That's not good.
no.
That's
That's
not.
bad hygiene.
I don't understand why she did that.
That's a decent exposure in public, isn't it? Isn't there a law against
I
that?
mean, I think she probably fits within the technical realm because that's bathing suit covered, but we just
At
don't
a
want to see all that
basketball
skin.
game?
Yeah, I know. I mean, regard the venues,
Yeah,
I just didn't nobody want to see all that.
Ew,
That's
just not a good
trifling.
thought.
That's that. Ain't
And
nothing
I
cute
just
about
want
that.
our-
Or perhaps some who did, but I don't think it was jumbotron worthy.
No, it
was-
sure
yeah,
wasn't.
nah.
It
And I
wasn't.
I don't even know.
That's like
Facebook
if your daddy
worthy.
was watching the game
Yeah.
and he saw that. That's
Who?
not,
Yeah.
if her father
that-
was watching the game, like
Right.
that's not.
And I don't know if maybe they want to wear it because walking up, she looks like she just has on a
Is
dress.
that, was that intentional or was it
Hell,
a rip?
excuse me.
that,
Yes.
girl, she had that made or she cut that out herself.
That does not look right.
Oh my
But I would like for our younger generation to realize that there's a time and place for everything. And we need to bring that back because there's just a lot of stuff happening at the wrong times in the wrong places. And
A lot.
Say it,
times.
mother.
social media is very supportive in the tomfoolery, and the Lord is not very pleased.
He's
with
not
it
at all.
So,
at this moment.
isn't
Not
this an
pleased at all.
interesting dichotomy? Lizzo, listen, I've only heard a couple of your songs. I stay out of the fray, not because I'm above it. I'm a lot of times somewhere else, attempting to see what's ahead of the game. And so, with that said, this is not any way that I'm so far gone where I don't remember.
Right.
So, Lizzo, I've heard some of your stuff and I thought it was so bumping, right? I remember telling my sister I'd found or heard
Yeah,
of
that's
you.
right. That's right.
I love your talent as a flutist, as a musician. I love your freedom of expression. I love that you're articulate when you interview. I love the fact you're from A-Leaf. I taught in A-Leaf. You probably could have been one of my students because you were about the same age as some of my students. You're beautiful. When I see your face, you're gorgeous to me. Just in the skin you're in, at the size you're in, it's not even, shouldn't even have to be a disclaimer. So all that and then some, but you're a beautiful woman. But I find it very interesting that I'm hearing about this story that has taken place on a Sunday night at the very same time that the Miss Universe Award was happening.
Yes.
Where the Miss Universe is now South Africa.
Yes.
A woman with a flat top.
Yes.
Okay, a mohawked almost, but not really fade
She's gorgeous.
of absolute
Beautiful.
infinite beauty
Yes.
who stood and said, I'm here to sprinkle black girl magic throughout
on,
the
right.
universe.
Yes.
And she did it with poise and she did it with beauty. And she's also not the standard of what the world has said you should look like.
Right.
And yet she did that with class. And I say to us, there's an interest in that dichotomy. The same night, the Jumbotron showed that the same night that a crown went on another woman's head. So listen, ladies, keep your crown up.
Yeah.
Keep your crown up. And Lizzo, to you, if I ever got to meet you, it'd be the same way because I don't change for nobody. Keep your crown up.
Yeah.
Don't let the world tell you you got to do anything. And if you say that's who you are, I'm going to suggest to you there's more because I got little babies looking at you. And I don't want a 7-year-old thinking that's okay.
That's
I
who
don't need her
wanna
to
be.
think that's okay. I love what you do, but let's just remember that and just remember that. Oh, amen?
Yes.
Publicity or not, let's find another way to get paid and do it right. Amen?
Absolutely.
Because the
When-
message goes to all.
Because the message goes to everybody.
right.
Because
Right.
3-year-olds are watching
This is
too.
out there.
Do you know that Miss Universe, Miss America, and now Miss Teen USA are all black?
I do.
Yeah.
And I think there's a kick to that, but that's a conspiracy. When we come back, there may be more there. You're listening to Rise Up and Pray. I'm Wendy J. Turner here with the Hope Over Hurt Morning Team. We'll be right back. Good morning, Mwanya. Good morning, those who are joining in. Joseph Scott, Troy Smith. Good morning. Clean and sassy, right, Kayla. Good morning, Melita. Testimony after. It's so much. I ain't told the team. Woo! Good morning. You loving that hat? Oh,
Are they
my
closed?
goodness.
The
Ain't that
hou-
hat?
the
that-
hours- the hours is
listen,
not enough.
Veronica Wilmore, that is one of her better hats. It's the brown one with the lace coming in her eyes that scares all
That's
of us.
Really,
Bishop.
that's my favorite.
Have you got
And
any
she's
rest
lost
yet?
the hat. She blames us. She say we stole a hat out her box, out her closet. Ain't nobody stole Marlene hat. It's a hat though. She
Okay.
missing her peel hat.
So you've
know
been
what?
refreshed,
It was
but
the
you
sexy
still need
hat you
rest.
wore. You said you was having dates with men
I
on when you were
did.
airline
I understand.
stewardess.
You know I know. I
Years
get it.
ago.
but-
Nah, it's
That's the
gone.
hat. Now you can't find that hat. Maybe a woman
Wife
thought
like,
she could
"Maybe
get
when
a
you
man
go to
with that
bed,
hat.
maybe when the
I
bills
don't
is
know.
paid."
But I didn't take your hat. Stay
Until
in the
then, I gotta go
closet,
to work.
Marlene.
I love you.
Oh, I got to take
Marlene really thinks
about
about it. Stole her navy blue peel hat.
She's been looking for it.
Well, she needs to never, ever, ever wear that tangerine and that brown one ever again.
Did you look in the closet real
Ever
quick?
in life.
No,
Good morning to you.
I'm gonna take them boxes out.
Okay, okay.
Did you hear about the volcano that erupted in New Zealand?
One more minute.
The
Yeah.
devil stole that.
Yeah.
The devil, I know the devil stole my hat. That's all right. I'm gonna get it
devil
back, and it's
stole
gonna
my
be
hat.
bigger
I
the
love
next
it.
time.
These are the people in Virginia. This show East Coast people.
I love it.
Stephanie just say the devil stole your
The
hat.
devil stole your hat.
The devil
I
then took
love
your
it.
peel. Because he didn't. Marlene. But
He's just a hater.
he's just. But the fact you have a closet of hats here tells us a problem.
There's a lot.
Where are your pearls?
Yeah.
Father in heaven.
30
Jesus,
seconds.
be of
No.
Yeah, there's a story that we got here we can cover tomorrow. Florida woman forced to change Hail Satan shirt on American Airlines.
That's good. She should have had to wear that. Change that.
It has come out. So we can talk about that tomorrow.
What shirt was she wearing?
Hail Satan.
They forced her to change the shirt?
Yeah.
That's against the law.
That's against the law. Yeah, she
Can I see
definitely,
that? Is it a female?
she definitely has a lawsuit there.
The Hell Satan.
49 years old was flying from Key West to Las Vegas and they, before Halloween wearing that shirt. 432.
They can't legally do that.
No, they
Here we
can't.
go. And we're back.
And we're back. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Oh, Mother Merlene, we need a hat. Somebody said, I need you to help me get a plane ticket to get to Keisha's graduations. We're so excited. There's
Yes,
so
we
many
are.
good things going on this
So
weekend.
proud of you,
Yeah.
Keisha.
I don't know how we're going to split it, to be honest, because there's so many good things. A shout out to Mother Merlene's granddaughter, Keisha Hammond, is graduating. And we're so happy, right? And we are also able to say, so here's the fun part. Just listen up, y'all. This is what's going down. Literally, we had, and this is kind of like some celebrity news. And I don't know, I've asked Elle to blog it. If you want to know what we can blog on HOH, this is kind of big.
Okay.
And Tammy Roman reached out to me I think it was last week, and we had been asked to touch out of the 148, we didn't know the numbers, we knew 148 at this particular house for sex trafficking victims. They had 148 children, and they had 75 workers that never really received any type of respite or thanks.
Right.
So we were asked to reach out to them. So out of nowhere, Tammy is our partner with her mother, the late Nadine Buford. We've done scholarships in her name. So she said, is anything going on this holiday in my mother's name? And I was like, no, not at this time. We were going to, perhaps try to raise that scholarship for books in June. So she said, I'd like to do something. And so with that said, she got on board, and the Nadine Buford Project is however HOH can help. Nadine Buford passed away of cancer 6 years ago, and that was Tammy's mom. And she loved, of course, she had a passion for being a single mom because she raised Tammy and was a grandmother to, of course, Tammy's 2 daughters. So with that said, the idea was to help anyone that is a single mom, children that want to raise up, to give them hope. And so we not only adopted a family, we'd already chosen to do this. Tammy came in it was just a blessing the way it happened, because we had already said we were going to do something. We just didn't know how much we could do. But she came in, and so with that said, we've adopted a family with Blessability. Let's clap that up.
Yeah.
They're a nonprofit. in Houston doing a lot of work to feed. And so they have put together an all-in holiday season. We've adopted one of their families. In addition to adopting a family, we'll get to meet that family this weekend. In addition to that, we had a goal of 15 to 20% of the children at this particular shelter, all are victims of either on the brink of human trafficking or have come out of human trafficking. When we calculated the numbers after the donations from Tammy Roman, our biggest donors, Mona Scott,
Amen.
who
Amen.
is a producer, executive producer for Love and Hip Hop, Basketball Wives, and I forgot some of the other endeavors that she does. Mona Scott Young, Tammy calls her boss lady. It's her thing. But they came together and did a donation without any words, no just hey, support. And it blessed us when we did the numbers. We thought we could touch 15 to 20% of these children and do it well. And when I say touch, I mean gifts that you would want, that you would want under the tree for your children.
Right, of course.
And so every gift was picked with fine detail and thought behind it because of the sensitivity of the subject matter. Let me just say this. When we did a calculation of it at that hour, it was about 8:30 at night, it was 77% reached. Now, I'm laughing because y'all thought that I chose the number. That's the calculator. It said we had touched 77. I can't make it up. So we went over our goal, right, by 50%. About 50% of that. Well, let's just say I don't know how to do the right math, but
You went over the goal by almost twice that, 2-3 times that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So over
30%.
50%.
Yeah.
So that's what really happened.
Yeah.
And we were in such awe because at first it was just going to be clothing. Then it became toys and journals and activities for teenagers. So shout out to that. And then we have somebody on board to pay for the lunch for the workers. And that's a surprise lunch to them,
Amen.
right? So
Amen.
that's going to be done from a law office. And we're waiting on that confirmation. So y'all, we're touching hundreds, but it's moments like this when you say, wow, you don't know all of the behind the scenes that goes on, but we are making that difference. And let me tell you why I even brought that up. Is because when you look at what you're about to hear next, I have to be the angel's advocate. The Church of Satan is a 501c3 just like we are.
Right.
They have the same government entity, same approval. So the Church of Satan says that they also do good. The Church of Satan is known to give back. The Church of Satan does missions. Whether you know it or not, they do. They're not hiding in the back of a building any longer. So, LaTanya, to that end, as we're coming out to this, on the New York Post, I believe you have a story here.
Okay, so I have this story that was brought to my attention by the team, and it says that a Florida woman was forced to change her shirt praising Beelzebub on a recent flight on American Airlines. Beelzebub, I apologize.
That's all right.
Because I don't speak their name much. So Swati Goyal is the young lady's name. She's 49 years old, flying from Key West to Las Vegas on the day before Halloween, was wearing a black shirt with the text "Hail Satan" in all caps. The shirt also included the text established 666 and on an upside down cross, a picture shows. And so she was, I believe, was escorted off of the airline because of the shirt that she had on. And so you were just saying, but that's against the law. And I agree, it is against the law because I guess she has the right to wear what she wants to wear to a certain degree. Because it wasn't I guess it wasn't derogatory as far as like what Lizzo had on, but but the mere fact that she had this on and they said you can't have that on the shirt, she had to change her shirt. So I I'm happy they had her change the shirt.
Are they saying anything about?
She was sitting with her husband on the flight when an American Airlines crew member told her to remove the offensive shirt or get off the plane. This is an airline crew member delaying the flight until she swapped it into an extra shirt her husband was wearing.
Wow. I wonder if
Any
who had
lawsuits?
the authority to decide
Any lawsuits pending on this?
Not that I know of, not at this time. I'm quite sure she might be having one. Yeah.
Did
They
the
said that-
airline have a Wendy J. Turner on staff? I'm just curious. That sounds like
No, but
that sounds like somebody I know might have asked her to take that shirt off. So just check the inventory. See if
Hey,
they had a Wendy on staff.
I'm
So-
thankful for that.
So-
if it's,
I
Yeah.
agreed for the stand, but legally,
Legally,
I know.
yeah.
See, I said Angel's Advocate.
Yeah. But so she actually
She acquiesced. She did it.
She posted her story on about American Airlines failed to investigate the incident in a hope to bring change in favor of religious freedom. She told the Post, "I'm trying to make some good deeds come of this," is what she said. "This is really about religious discrimination because they treated me this way. I can only imagine how they're treating other religious groups like Muslims."
oh, they're trying to use it to their
Yeah,
advantage.
they're trying to flip it. So American Airlines reached out to Goyle, the young lady, since the BuzzFeed story, and has agreed to refund her plane tickets. Goyle said that she's also asked to come to assure they provide training on discrimination and apologizes from the crew members involved. And they said, "We apologize to her for her experience that she had with them." And the company also said discrimination has no place at American Airlines. This was tweeted out.
Notice
Right.
Yeah.
evil doesn't have a place in
Yeah.
American Airlines.
Yeah,
That's what that is.
And then she says, "All hail Satan" or something like that. Yeah.
Man,
Wait, Tanya.
you don't got time for that.
I'm trying.
Tanya be getting in her moment. I don't know what she about to say. It's making me nervous. But
Yeah.
oh
It's conflicting. It's conflicting in a.
Well, it's
Here's the.
it's
Can y'all get to the
manipulative.
bigger point?
Okay.
She was going to Vegas the day
The
before
day before
Halloween.
Halloween.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that's
Yeah.
a big high holy day for them.
Yeah.
she
Because
was
it's the
going.
one
I
time
caught that,
where
yeah.
where a lot of the different sacrifices happen. I want to know what happened in Vegas
Right.
to children, to animals that you might not have noticed because this story was here, and that's where maybe their coven was reaching, or even their organization. Maybe not the coven, that's Wicca. But I'm just saying that's really what y'all need to be seeing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I digress.
You can't legalize. You know, I've always been curious about, you know, the more leftist part of this country who wants to legalize so many things that are of a religious nature. I'm like, you know, I like the fact that you have freedom of religion, because at the end of the day, if you are legalized into obeying God, He ain't gonna bless you at the end of the day for that.
That's true.
At the end of the day, you're not getting blessed because you were forced to obey God.
Yeah.
That there's
Heart ain't right.
there's like, oh, okay, you did what they told you. What about what I told you? Okay,
Right.
yeah, I'm good. All right, I'll holler at you.
Right, like if I'm
You
the
work of
CEO,
iniquity. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got-
if I'm the CEO of the airline, I'm not gonna just, oh well, it's the law. No, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yeah,
You
this
got
is
to
my
get off my
airline.
plane.
Yeah.
Here's your money back.
Yeah.
and-
Because my plane might.
Pick another one.
right.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna mess up.
But
this.
then there had to be decision made.
But you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
what? If you think about it, how much terrorism there's been and how much evil
That
that's
lady
taken
coulda-
place
right, she
and
coulda done that
hijackers.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what's going on when you know that it's associated with evil. And you know that
Facts.
it's associated
Mm-hmm.
with harming and it's all that stuff. You
Facts.
got to be a little bit more smarter than to
Yeah.
think it's just a shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I would have been the
saying.
person. Excuse me, I don't feel comfortable on this plane with
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's
Yeah.
someone who knew that there's something more than what meets the eye.
So
Yes.
it goes back to all the good that we do. We have to keep doing the good to counter. Remember, it's
Right.
all
Right.
energy,
To overpower
spiritual,
that.
right? So the more good we have to keep doing, you have to know that every action, every prayer, every thought has to counter
Yeah.
opposition.
And can we just have a moment of praise for the fact that this was actually a story? Because
Yes.
this really very
Yeah.
well. So in this day and age, this just should have been a lady who got on a plane with a shirt and made it to Vegas.
Yeah.
But
Right.
because of somebody who actually had a problem with her shirt,
And
this is
said
now a
something
news
about it.
story.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a story,
And-
but there's a
Agreed.
praise in it too.
And there were no repercussions to the crew member.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
See that I commend
Yeah, I
the
commend
company for
American
that.
Airlines
They
for
didn't
that,
let the
yeah.
crew member go. They
sure?
didn't fire. That it wasn't established in this storyline.
Good.
That there was no repercussions for her, and she stood her ground.
Yeah.
I commend her. She stood her ground.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny I just thought about this, and I have to question this. So many things we haven't talked about. Oh my God. And we're already out of time.
Wow.
But just know that I was told I had to take off a shirt in a school. When I was working at a school, I couldn't wear a shirt that said property of Jesus. And they told me I had to take it off. And it was another person that was walking around a shirt that had marijuana leaves, and it had like a cool undertone message, and they could wear it.
Right.
And I went, this is when I knew I could no longer be in a district.
Right.
When I was
Right.
told at that moment what I couldn't wear that.
Yeah.
So just know it's on more sides than one, and eventually we'll all have to choose. With that said,
Say that.
we'll all have to
Say
choose.
that part. Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
And so I
That needs
walked
to be a
away from a
shirt.
check, from insurance, from normalcy, and said I could no longer be a part of bureaucracy because I knew what was happening to me was becoming ever the more powerful, and it could not be contained.
Yeah.
That said, we are already out of time until we meet again. But never from his presence. It's Tuesday, but this isn't over, everybody. We will definitely, if God says the same, see you all back for a wonderful word-winning Wednesday. Don't forget, we are Hope Over Hurt. This is HOH 77.7. And on behalf of Keisha Hammond, Mother Merlene, Brother Ed Mathis, thank God he's just one, Brooklyn Mungie, Bishop Bernadette, and myself, Wendy J. Turner. We love you. Bye for now.
Bye bye, y'all.
Thanks for listening in. Thanks for watching, YouTubers. I don't know where y'all were, but hey, thanks for just giving us that break. It's a vibe kind of moment. Amen.
Amen.
We'll see y'all at prayer.